Meditationz. Yeah, people, this is another program of RATID, brought to you from a location in Poland. Yeah, man. Once again.
Standing on the mountaintop, looking out to sea, holding you inside of me, feeling what you see. Show me.
Yeah, show me easy as we go. Yeah, man.
Every time I touch you, I take off on a dream, traveling there in space and time, deep inside of me. Show me.
Yeah, my people. Now we're gonna be reasoning about material things, you know, because it's one of those things that we all need to use, and we all use in some way, shape or form each and every day in our lives, whether we want to or not, you know, because everything is material, including us. Yeah. Show me. Yeah, you know, some people often say, oh, so and so is too materialistic and like material things too much and all these things. And yeah, there are some reasons that we cannot, you know, run away from. But sometimes we have to really check out these things deeper to get a better meaning, you know, an understanding of what we are saying and what we're doing. So, as I say, material things is the reasoning today, because we're using them pretty much all the moments that we're existing during life in many, many forms. Some of us have a lot more material things than others, but that's really irrelevant, you know, in a lot of cases, because the reason why people have more is because it's a necessity, but there, of course, there's a limit to the amount that of anything that we need, including food, clothes, and so on, you know. But for different reasons, people need different amount of these things, and so we have to think about these things. Yeah, you know. For example, clothes is something that, you know, we all have to use, unless you live in some deep wilderness, which, I know, as far as I'm aware, very few tribes exist still in our time. In some remote parts of the world, like South America, in the Amazon jungle, there are still some tribes that wear no clothes, as far as I am aware, still. And they haven't really been, you know, accustomed to wearing clothes, or with modern society too much involved, so they have to wear clothes or to be ashamed of showing their body or covering up or anything like that. I think also in Africa there are a couple of tribes still in remote areas that are not too frequented by Westerners. Maybe some parts have never been frequented by Westerners. not really 100% certain on that, but let's say not frequented too much or haven't been frequented by foreigners, Westerners. So they might be walking around, in their birthday suit, as one would say. Yeah. Other than that, everywhere else, whereas pretty much we need to wear clothes. That's part of our normal daily life. Yeah. So that's a material thing, The food we eat is a material thing, whether it's vegetable based or, meat based or whatever. It's a material form. The houses we live in, the water we use, the electricity, and it's endless. It's endless. The metro we travel on, the bus we travel on, the car we have, it just goes on and on. So, to survive in a society, in a Western society, or in most parts of the universe today, you have to use a lot of material things. So of course, you don't need to have 10 cars and 15 houses, but you need a home, and you might well need a car because of the journeys you have to make day to day. It will be easier on your body and on your pocket and maybe on many other areas of your life if you have a car. It's all part of the situation that we've created for ourselves. Some people have a plane, because of their lifestyle and their work, because they need to travel, great distances often. If they're artists, for example, or politicians, or just business people, have business in different parts of the world, and they need to travel when they want to travel to do what they have to do, And so it just goes on and on. But material things are part of our daily lives. So, when you say to somebody, you're too materialistic, yeah, you got to think about what you're saying, And there's nothing wrong with being materialistic to a certain point. As we say, everything works within the balance, Everything has to have a balance. So, I like material things. I'm using one to communicate with you right now, Actually, I'm using many things to communicate with you right now. And I'm glad I have them, because if I didn't have them, RATID wouldn't exist. I'm in location in Poland right now, bringing you this Maria, and RATID. You see me?
I'm sitting here all alone, thinking about you gone, wondering where you are right now. When I look into your eyes.
Yeah, Maria, So back to the reasoning. So yeah, it's important that we have opportunities to use the things that we need to use to do the jobs we need to do. If you're an athlete, you need a lot of material things, to be able to train as often as you need to train, with the sophistication that you need to train, to be able to go to the Olympics, to go to the games wherever they exist, European, or national, international, and you need to travel. You need to have sponsors to finance a lot of things. You need the clothing, you need the special shoes, you need a special diet. You need to have trainers to train you. That's all material things. If you're a person living a simple, basic life, for example, don't have much money, you do a basic job because you're not a professional and a high-tech job, you still have to have the material things that you need. Your children have to go to school and need uniform or adequate clothing, shoes. If they have any participation in music, for example, music lessons, they need instruments. If they do sports, they need special equipment, special clothing, and it's all material things. So it's difficult, not impossible, to live without material things. There are people in this world, in a few different parts of the world, who have given up pretty much all material things, but they're not too many, because you need to have some material things. It's difficult to exist on this plane and not have any material things, because you have to eat and take a shower and so on and so on and so on. So material things are part of who each and every one of us is. Spiritual beings in a material body, don't forget that. Spiritual beings in a material body, yeah, man. Roots and culture. Boom.
And I won't ever leave you now, 'cause I'm loving reggae music. Hey. How good I feel this morning.
How good I feel.
How good I feel this morning. In all the radio they play some tune. Then it's round with Johnny I. We can't stop yawning.
In my eye.
Singing so loud reggae music. Singing so loud reggae music. No money on me pocket.
My wife gone. Friends like a rocket, them all gone. Yeah, man. Ayoba. My brethren from Senegal, Just reggae music keep me going on. So yeah, back to the reasoning and material things. We have to know so that when we go tell someone, say, only too materialistic, If they watch how we attack. Yeah? If they watch how we attack. Because without even thinking too much, we're using a whole heap of material things every day. Especially if you live in Europe or America. And most in the Caribbean, pretty much anywhere today. Because everybody have them iPhone and Y-phone and them Siphone, This part of, as a matter of fact, in Europe, everybody have 2, 3 phones. It's rare to find a person in Europe who don't have 2 phones, because they made it so accessible and so easy. And if you don't have a form of communication, it's pretty sad, really, because no matter what you think about the smartphone or the mobile phone, it saves millions and millions of lives, having this phone that they can use at any time to call for ambulance or call a friend or call your mother, your father, your whoever, and many million other things. That's why it's called a smartphone. Actually, a mobile phone today is basically a small computer. Pretty much can do anything a computer does. if you get a good one. It can be the same. Now they're coming up with so much space internally on the phones that it's almost the capacity of a basic laptop. Yeah. You know, it has the same amount of memory that you can store as much things as you store on your laptop. Oh gosh, this one is called what? Mr. Politician, you know, check it. Come again. Oh, rewind that one there. Rewind and come again.
In the cold light of day, not one penny in my pocket.
Oh gosh.
Many talk about sending rockets. Some have no food to eat. Living in boxes on uneven streets. Traveling miles with no shoes on their feet. So Mr. Politician,
what's your position? What's your position?
Then you will see you are wrong. Stop your lying. People are tired and sick with your politics.
Yeah, Mr. Politician, them not easy, you know? Full of tricks. Yeah, turning the place upside down from night to day and from day to night. Mr. Politician. So man, material things, yeah, it's part of our daily lives. The water is material. The air is material. That we have to breathe, whether it's clean or dirty, as the same air. You know, so the fruits are material things. Yeah, man. You know, it's never ending. So we are all dealing with material things, but we cannot make them rule our lives, you know. Because in the end, you must remember, so you come without them. Yeah, trust me. Other than your body, you come without all the rest. And when you go, you're going without all of them. You don't take in nothing with you. Not even your body where you come in. Imagine that. Not even your body that you come in. You won't be taken with you when you go. You'll be leaving it behind. And that is the question. Where you going without it? Imagine. For 1 second. Yeah, man. A serious thing. But you know, it's nothing wrong, like I said, to love material things and have them and use them, as long as you use them for a positive reasoning and a positive thing, and not in a negative way to hurt or harm others. Yeah, that's the reasoning. Use them in a positive way. There's nothing wrong with anything material. Certain things I don't want in my possession, never have desired, and never will desire, like gun. You know, because guns are created or were created to maim and kill. Nothing other than other humans and animals. So, you know, personally, I don't want gun. And I don't need them. And most of the universe will be better off without gun. Them say that them have gun to protect themselves from other gun. But if there were no guns, why would you need a gun if there was no gun? Yeah. Serious thing. Yeah. Garden of Eden.
Come from London, come and see them. In the Babylon is the garden of Eden. We make music, we turn back Eden. Hey, come from London, come and see them. In the Babylon is the garden of Eden. We make music, we turn back Eden. Hey, yo, okay, ni lyssnar nu. Ni hejar på rätt lag, fett med dragen. Varsågod, vi står upp för rätt sak.
Yeah. don't be afraid to get material things and think that, if you have a better this or a better that, it's a sin. Some people say it's ungodly to have this and it's ungodly to have that. When you know about them reasoning there, because if it exists and it's beneficial, how is that going to be ungodly? And who is to decide what's godly and what's not godly except God himself? And knowledge comes somewhere. It can only come from one place, as far as I'm concerned, because there's only one creator all things. There's not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different creator, not even 2, because the other one where they mention all the time, same as that he's the bad man. He was too also created by the creator. So I know him not that powerful, because he was created. He may be whatever, but God run everything. You see me? So don't be afraid to use the tools that are available for you to move forward and upward, because Rastas are still going on.
There's some Rasta going on. Some Rasta going on, eh? Some Rasta going on. There's some Rasta going on. Early in the morning as I rise, as I open my eyes. In the morning, my eye. Feelings of one energy taking over me. It must be this feeling of universal love. Universal. I just want to be carried on your wings, on his wings of love. Carry on, your wings. Yeah. I see them as they walk, I see them as they talk, I see them as they sing praises to Jah. There's some Rasta going on. There's some Rasta going on. I see them as they walk, I see them as they talk, I see them as they sing praises to Jah. There's some Rasta going on. There's some Rasta going on. Each and every day, must start your place. I give you long day. Some Rasta going on. There's some Rasta going on. Each and every day, must start your place. I give you long day. Some Rasta going on. There's some Rasta going on.
Yeah, some Rastas are still going on, man. Yes, family. So we say the material things have to go on, part of our daily life. Yeah, some of them even help us with the stress and strife. You know what I mean? Some of these material things, they have nice things to massage your body, to help relieve the stress after the day, make you feel more untense and relaxed, Not to mention many types of herbs and, vegetal medication for various situations that arise within our physical bodies as time goes on, that we need material things to heal. Yeah? I'm not one for the modern synthetic medicine, because of course I was born in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, and a long time ago, and I'm used to the herbs, bush tea for this and bush tea for that, like most of you people will know, and still even in the modern society, it's coming back full swing, you know. Yeah, so material things again, you know. Yeah, man. Because if you're sick, you have to get healed. And this tune is dedicated to my brethren who's passed just recently, one of the producers of this track, my brethren Dennis from the organization called Illuminous, has gone on to Zion, but his work will live forever and ever. Yeah, man. So this one is a dedication to Illuminous who are participating with me. It's called Dub Mantis.
Wish I didn't love you. I wish I hadn't met you. Wish I didn't love you. Wish I didn't love you. To make the darkness, to make me love you. No matter where I go, no, I'll always be.
Yeah, to my brother Dennis, may his spirit fly high. Yeah, light up the stars of the universe with his positive energy as he lay down on this track. Yeah, my Swedish brother. Gone in flesh, but live on in spirit and in sound. Illuminous. Yeah, man, Illuminous and primitive. Rocking you out, you know, as we come to another end of another episode of RATID, coming to you live from Poland. Yes, from Wrocław, one of my favorite cities. Yeah, man, hot like Jamaica, you know, in the summertime. Love and guidance to each and every one. Yes. We come and we go, but we leave a remark. Every man leave their mark. Yeah. Yes, as I was just saying, give thanks for lending your ears. Another episode of RATID, Reasonings and Material Things. Yeah, it was always a pleasure And always nice reasoning with each and everyone. Looking forward to coming back again soon to take you there. Yeah. Rocking you out with the Mantis from Luminous and Primitive. And featuring my daughter Nicole and some of the female vocals. Yeah, man, give thanks. Blessings to all.
Wish I hadn't met you. Wish I didn't know you. Wish I didn't love you. Wish I hadn't met you. Wish I didn't know you. Wish I didn't love you.
Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Oh gosh. More love, more life, more respect for each and every one. Yeah? Jah love. Blessings. Yeah. Respect.